So someone sent me this photograph of this cute little dog. I think he or she is called Nana, and they've asked me to paint him or her. I'll refer to him as a him, but because I'm not sure. So or they. Someone's asked me to paint them. So I'm drawing the sketching out the shape of it and choosing my colours. So I've got an assortment of browns, and I've added some copper. I've got some really nice metallic copper paint, and I'm going to put that on at the end just to make them shine. So I want to get a nice shiny coat because it looks like such a lovely little dog. Very cute. So I'll need a few different colours to do the rainbow collar as well. It's a rainbow one, so I'll just get some watercolours out for that. So I'm doing it over. I think it takes about 2 hours to do this one, and the other ones were 20 minutes each, but I spent a bit longer on this one because it had a few complicated bits like the harness, and I enjoyed painting him because it's so nice. It's such a cute little dog. So I'm just going to layer up. It's acrylic paint, and I'm layering up the trying to find the darks and the lights at the moment, putting the most important bits that I think are most important. And I mean, it never looks right until you put the eyes in, but I'm leaving the eyes till later so that they stand forwards. So I'm just starting off with a bit of white and a bit of grey and some shadows. Now starting to put some of the colour in. I have got a colour picture as well. It's on my computer, which is just on the table there, and I'm looking at that at the same time as looking at the black and white picture. And because I can't quite focus on the computer at that distance, so I'm using that one to gauge the colour, and I'm using the black and white picture to look at close-up details. And so I'm just splodging. I've got a very splodgy style of painting, and sometimes I just play around with it and I think, yeah, that looks okay, and then I come back in and come back in and come back in and layer up the different colours, altering as I go along, because at the moment that does not look like this dog. It's a splodgy mess. And so Nana is very cute, and I love all the little trinkety bits that they've got around them as well. So I'm gradually trying to turn it into more of Nana, and it's strange. It's like the way I paint is a bit like writing a story, and I just build up. It's like building up a story arc as you go along. And I build up and gradually think, does that look like Nana? Does that look like Nana? And if it doesn't, I'll just go in with another colour and I'll just experiment as I go along and think, does it need more? I put the tail in there because I forgot to draw the tail in. And halfway through, I go and paint over the tail, which is very silly. So I've got to put it back in again at the end. And so this is Nana, very cute. I don't actually have a dog. I've got a cat, Misty. And I absolutely adore Misty. She sleeps next to me, and she's old now. She's 15, and she's one of the best things in my life. I've never owned a dog, but I do know people who have dogs, and they absolutely adore them, and they mean everything to them. So I can understand, with my love of my cat, I can understand how it feels to own a dog. But please do send me more pictures of your pets so I can paint them. Someone sent me a lizard. I'm going to paint a lizard soon, and someone sent me 3 bunnies, which look very difficult, and the rest are all dogs. So if you have any interesting pets, then send me an interesting pet to paint, a decent picture. I chose this one because the picture's so good. It's such a nice, clear, crisp, detailed, close-up picture, and which makes it easier to paint. When you get the ones that are all fuzzy, I'm going to end up painting a fuzzy animal. So just working on the different layers here, and I think there's some yellow in there as well, so I'm putting in some yellow. He's such a feisty little animal, this one. Look at him, you can see or them. Right, going in with the background, and I thought I'll lay down some of the animal first and watch me go over the tail. How silly of me, because it's white, just and straight over the tail, didn't even notice it. And so that's foolish. That comes back in later on. And with the other backgrounds, I've used ink, and it flows really nicely. And with this one, I'm using a Prussian blue mixed with a bit of white. and it's acrylic paint, and it's making the paper really buckle. So I'm going to stick with inks, I think, from now on, or maybe Posca pens. I don't think Posca pens will make it buckle, so I might use either inks or Posca pens for the backgrounds. And I like these great big bright backgrounds. I want the focus to be purely on the animal, not on anything that's going on in the background. It's a pet portrait, so I want it to be all about the pet. And this one, the other ones I was doing mainly just their face, but this one I want to get the frisky attitude of the stance. I like those little paws, and I like the angle of the legs. So going in with the eye now and getting paint all over my sleeve at the same time, because I didn't wait for it to dry. And I think as soon as you can get the eyes, you get that personality coming in. When I finished the picture, I noticed that the left eye, the dog's right eye, I've made it too small. I've lost some of it when I put some of the fur in. So I'm going to redo that and just do a few touches to make it look a bit better for my liking. And these aren't even going to the owners. I'm just painting them on my channel, for my channel, and then there'll be a still picture at the end that they can download if they want it. If they see it, they might never see it again. They might not realise I've done a painting. And I'm just doing the paintings and hoping that someone will come back and have a look and see their dog there, their pet. So if you do send me one, please come back and have a look and see if I've done it. But this is such a cutie, such a cutie. And you can imagine it wriggling, can't you, in your arms if you pick it up, and it's just got loads of life about it. And so Nana, I don't know. I think maybe Nana's a girl. I don't know. What do you think? But hopefully the owner can come on and tell me. But I love those ears, the jaunty ears, the way they come forwards like that and just flop over the face. It's so vital. It's such a vital looking dog. And so I've gone for a smaller brush now, putting in more detail. And this strap, if I was doing it a fast one, just a 20-minute one, I'd just do literally a swipe of paint for the strap. But because it's got so many little details and bits, I thought, no, spend a bit more time on this one because of all this detail that's there. You can't just do a swipe here and a swipe there. It'll look a bit odd. So I did one of my friend's dog, a Bieber, and it's a lovely dog, and I did that one in oils, and that one took probably about 2 days to paint, something like that. And I entered it into a competition. There was one at the Mall Galleries, which is near Buckingham Palace in London, on the Mall, and or the Mall, and it was chosen to be in this exhibition. They chose 250 out of the applications, and they chose Ian's dog Bieber. And so Bieber was part of the exhibition, and it was Ronnie Wood from the Rolling Stones who was one of the judges. There were a couple of other artists as well that were judging, and they chose my painting, and I was so happy. So it's been in a gallery in London, and Ian has it now. It's a big canvas on his wall. And so this one's just on paper. I might start using thicker paper to stop them buckling. I'm going to get some thick cartridge paper from now on, and because the actual dog isn't buckling, it's the background that's buckling. So I'm going to iron them, and hope it doesn't stick to the iron. So coming in with some lights and darks, trying to get that warmth in the actual fur. When I was looking at this, watching it back, I thought I actually prefer it at this stage. I think it's got more life in it at this stage, and it looks more realistic. And sometimes it's knowing when to stop. And I carried on. I carried on for quite some time after this. And when I got to the end, it had more contrast. There were more darks and lights. But I think I lost a bit on the left-hand side of the face. And I think it looks more like the dog now, like Nana. And I don't know, what do you think? Do you think it's better the way that it went right through to the end? I mean, I put a gold splodge in the eye, because in the picture I could see a reflection, whereas on the painting it doesn't really work. It takes some of the vitality out of the eye. And I thought, oh, there isn't enough definition in the left-hand side there. I need to put some strength in the left-hand side. And then it made it all wobbly. And then I took away the eye. So I think at the moment it's looking quite like the animal. But obviously while I was painting it, I didn't. And I thought, no, keep going, add more, which can sometimes be a bad thing. But so maybe I shouldn't have spent so long doing it. Maybe I should have just stopped there and known when it was looking the most realistic. But you don't know, do you? Until you've finished. I mean, I could go back in and see, here we go, I'm messing up the left-hand side now and thinking, yes, what it needs is a big dollop, which it probably didn't. That's the thing. I mean, how do you control yourself? How do you control yourself? And once you've done something that you think isn't quite right, you then end up going in and going in and going in and altering it, and you can lose the initial sketch. You can lose the initial idea and shape and personality. So next one I do, which might be the lizard, the next one I do, I'm going to try and control myself and step back. And rather than just keep painting and painting, I'm going to step back and think, is it finished? Is it finished? Is there any time when it was at its best? But then until you finished it, you don't know whether it's at its best. Waffle. So going in with some fluff now, I'm going over the harness and the straps and putting a bit of fluff to make it look more 3D, as if the dog's fur's actually bursting out from underneath it. And I mean, if I was going to spend longer on this, I wouldn't just use one or two colours. I would put detail in the fur and detail between the different strokes and make each one slightly different colour and work on the shading. Whereas here I'm just using mostly just pure white and going to go in with a bit of dark between the toes there, a bit of differentiation to make them stand forwards a little. I thought, do I want it to focus on the face or do I want it to focus on the feet? And I thought a bit of both. So I'm going in with some detail on the feet, and then I'm going to push it back a bit so that it's not too strong, and so that the focus is definitely on the face, but you get that jauntiness of the feet, which I love. So putting in a few shadows, trying to make him look more 3D. If I was doing a quick 20-minute one, I wouldn't be doing all this. I'd just be doing a daub, just a daub there rather than using a small brush. But I just love this little chappy. He's just so nice. I wanted to spend more time on them. So a bit of fluff around the mouth. I've still got to sort out that left-hand side. It needs some shadow on there. And the ears don't look defined enough as well. And then lastly, there's those two little eyebrows that need to make sure that they have, that's where the personality is, I think. I'm looking for, the personality is there definitely above the eyes. And I think you've got to look for that place, where is the personality? So I think that shadow underneath the eye isn't quite in the right place, and it's changed the personality somehow. And I think it was better as it was before. And I wish I could go back to that stage, but nope, here we are. So coming in with some darker areas now, trying to put a bit of definition in there. But the questioning look in that right eye has gone, because just purely from the positioning of that shadow underneath it, I've lost the questioning look that was there before. And so that's something that I definitely need to look out for in future, is don't mess with it. Find that personality first and then leave those very definite things alone. Once you've found a personality, leave them alone and don't mess with it. And here I am messing. Going for the fluffy chops. It's only got a bit of fluff on it, this dog, but where it is, I like it. So it's around the mouth, around the nose area there. I think my nose isn't quite big enough. I think it's a bit too small, and I should have emphasised it a bit more. Going in with the gold now, the copper and gold, to make it shine, and I might put some varnish on afterwards as well. What am I going to do with all these pet portraits? I'm going to be hanging around my house. I might find a frame for it and then put them all up on a wall and have one wall of pet portraits in my house. We need a bit more shadow under the left eye, I can see. I'm thinking it's not balanced properly. But still looks like a dog. Depends where your yardstick is. Oh, going in with a bit of pale there. That's a bit better. That's made it slightly better. Balance that bit out. And now we need a bit of dark under the eye, the left eye. Am I going to sort out that shadow underneath the right eye though? I don't think I am. I don't think I've noticed it, that it's not right. Well, it is what it is. Whoop, there we go. Oh, that's working. Now we've got a bit more definition. Go on, put some more on the right side of the nose. Bit of highlighting and shadow on the harness to make it stand out and look more 3D. So going in with some black and white towards the end. You're not really supposed to use a true black, so I mix a couple of other colours. Ah, here we go, going in on the eye. It's still a bit small though. I think I've taken away too much of the eye by putting the fluff on. So I might do that at a later stage and just alter the eye so that it looks more like the one in the picture. And altering the nose now, making it look a little bit German, shall we say? A bit of a dark shadow underneath it. Let's lessen that a bit. Yes, thank you. That's nice. And then we need to put some of the darker shadow under the left eye. And so when I paint, I'm constantly flicking my eyes from all around it, a bit like when an ice skater's skating on ice and they cover the whole of the area of the ice rink, otherwise they don't get any points. And I'm constantly looking from ears to toes to middle to nose to eyes and looking for a kind of balance and hoping that I can achieve it by constantly looking. If I put a colour on, I think, where else is this colour prevalent in this picture? And so a bit of yellow, I think, where are the other yellow parts? Bit of copper, where are the other copper parts? And I try and keep that balance and look across the whole thing as I'm going. So here we go, finishing touches. Yeah, I'm definitely going to sort out that left eye. It's too small, doesn't stand out enough. And so here we have Nana with a bit of copper to make her shine, her shine. So if you are the person who sent me the picture, please get in touch and let me know where you are, how I can give you the picture. And if you're not, then it will go on my wall. And I'll wait and find out to see if people turn up to claim their picture. If not, I will have a wall full of pets, and I'll be very happy about that. That's right. Just brought the face back a little bit. So, pet portraits. Send me your pets. Oh, the tail. Forgot the tail. Must get the tail in. I think I do it too white. I'm going to go in and add a bit of shadow to that because for some reason I didn't do much shadow on it at all. And it needs to match the colours of the rest of the body, of course. So anyway, so this is Nana. Please send me your pictures. Whatever your pet is, I would love to paint it. And I've got 7, but a backlog of 7 at the moment, so it might take me a while. But here we go. What do you think?